Problem 14. A quality engineer selects 3 iPads from a box that contains 20 iPads, of which 3 are defectives. What is the probability that the first is defective and the others are not defective? Okay, so a quality engineer selects 3 iPads. Okay, from a 20 iPads, a box contains 20 iPads, which we have 3 defectives here. So, the probability na pinapahanap dito, dapat daw, yung first selection natin is defective and yung magkasunod na selection are not defective. Okay, so ito yung tatandaan natin dito in this kind of problems. We are to select 3, no? So 3 selections yung needed natin. So that's why the probability should be, okay, the same principle, the favorable outcome out of the total possible outcome. So if we are to select defective item at first selection, that should be how many number of defectives here? That is 3 out of 20. Okay, now for the second and the third selection, that are not defectives na. That means, ilang number ng iPads yung hindi defective out of 20? We have 17, of course. 3 yung defective. Dapat yung 17 are non-defectives. So, we can choose at the second selection out of 17. I mean, 17 yung possible ways out of 19 na lang. Okay? Because hindi naman stinate na binalik nga yung or may replacement yung first selection natin. Kaya that should be 17 out of 19. Then for the third selection, again, nakakuha na tayo ng isang non-defective item dito. That means yung pagpipilian natin na lang sa non-defective, that should be 16. Then out of 18. Okay? So that will decrease 1 by 1 dito sa baba. Okay, and that is the answer. Problem 15. A box contains 5 defectives and 195 defective cell phones. That means we have a total of 200 cell phones, no? A quality engineer select 2 cell phones at random without replacement. Okay, so without replacement. Now, what is the probability that neither is defective? So, the engineer selects 2 cell phone. What is the probability daw that walang defective na makukuha? So, that should be that one. So, walang defective, that is 195, no? Non-defective are 195 out of 200. Then, the second selection, that should be 194 na lang. Then, out of 199. That is the answer. Okay, madali lang. How about gawin natin siyang, okay, the same problem but with replacement dito. So that should be 195 out of 200. Then because binalik yung first selection natin or first draw, then the probability of getting another non-defective is 195 out of 200 pa rin. Okay, because with replacement na siya. And that is the answer. And actually, almost the same lang approximately. No? Okay. How about this one? Okay. A box contains 5 defective and 195 non-defective cell phones. A quality control engineer selects 2 cell phones at random without replacement. What is the probability that exactly one is defective? Okay, may specific term na tayo dito. The probability that exactly one is defective. Okay, so dapat may mapili tayong isang defective. Okay, so we can say this one. First probability, let's say yung first selection natin is 5 out of 200. Okay, ito yung defective. This one is non-defective. Of course, that will be 5 defective out of 200. Now, the second selection, that should be non-defective na because we are only to get exactly 1 lang. So, 195 out of 199. Of course, nakuha na yung isa dito, no? Or, we can say that pwede silang magkabaligtad. Ang una nating makuha is yung non-defective. So that will be 195 over 200. Then the second natin makuha is yung defective na. Okay? So ganito siya. Because naka-state lang sa problem exactly one defective. But if sinabi sa problem that our first selection is non-defective, then this is the only this is our answer na directly. Pag sinabi or naka-specify na first selection is defective. But in this case, walang sinabi. That means we should account all the possibilities, no? Or the sample spaces. Kumbaga, pwedeng mauna na yung non-defective. Then, dito, pwede nang sa second selection na yung non-defective. Okay, you should analyze that one. And that is our answer. Okay, so another example. One bag contains 5 white balls and 4 black balls. And a second bag, okay, let me just illustrate this. One bag contains 5 white balls and 4 black balls. Okay, so let's say this is our first bag. We have 5 white balls and 4 black balls here. And a second bag contains 2 white balls, that one, and 4 black balls. One ball is drawn from the second bag here and is placed unseen in the first bag. Kumaga, kumuha tayo ng ball dito, i-transfer natin dyan. What is the probability that the ball now drawn from the first bag is white? Okay? So, ang statement lang dito, kukuha tayo ng ball dito, i-transfer natin dito. Then, kukuha tayo ng ball dito sa first. Ano yung probability na white yung makukuha natin at that point na, or at that moment? Okay. So, take note, we are to choose unseen dito. Kukuha tayo ng ball dito, it can be the white yung makukuha natin sa second ball, or pwede rin yung black yung makuha natin. Okay, so unahin natin. Let's say P1, makuha natin yung white. Okay, we choose white here, this one, papunta dito. So what is that probability? Choosing white in this second bag. So that is 2 white out of 6 balls dito sa sa ating second bag. Out of 6 bags. Out of 6 balls. Of course, 2 white, 4 black. Now, kukuha tayo dito daw ng white. What is the probability that white na yung makuha natin dito? Okay, so ilang white na nandito lahat? Take note, we have initially 5 white. No? Then, nag-add tayo ng isang white. We have 6 white. So, the probability here, that should be 6 white. No, this should be multiply. This should be 6 white out of ilang balls na. Hala, hindi ko na-edit. Okay, so that one will be 6 white out of 10. Correct pala. Okay, 6 out of 10. Because we have 5 initially balls here. Then, nagdagdag tayo ng white balls. Then, we have 6 white out of 10 balls na. Okay, 6 plus 4 is 10. And, actually, this should be a multiply. Okay, mali ako dito. Okay, because isang isang event, na? Isang event lang sila. Multiply yan. Next, pwede rin na yung makuha natin dito una is yung black ball. And let me say that is our, okay, dito naka-multiply na yan. Okay? Pwede rin makuha natin dito una sa second bag is black ball. So, what is the probability of getting black ball dito? Okay, yan one. And that one. So, the probability of getting that black ball, let's call this one as our P2, the second case. So, we have 4 black balls here out of 6. Then, take note, yung specified na kukunin natin dito is yung white. So, ilang white yung nandito? The same pa rin. 5 white balls. Walang maa-add na white dito, but nadagdagan yung ating black balls. So, that will be 5 white balls out of 10 na. Okay? So, the total probability here is that one. P1 plus P2. Okay? Lahat ng event dapat makuha natin. And that is 8 over 15. Okay? Problem 17. Okay, so the probability that a certain man will be alive 25 years hence is 3 over 7. Okay, let me say that that is the probability that a man will be alive. Okay? 3 over 7. The probability of that his wife will be alive 25 years hence is 4 over 5. Okay, this is for the wife. Okay, so ang pinapahanap dito, determine the probability that in 25 years hence, at least one of them will be alive. Okay, yung isa is papatayin natin. Hindi. At least one of them lang. Pwedeng mabuhay yung lalaki, then patay yung babae. Then pwede rin mabuhay yung babae, then patay yung lalaki. Or pwedeng mabuhay silang dalawa. 25 years hence from now. Okay, so the probability here, pwedeng ito. Buhay yung lalaki. 3 over 7, then patay yung babae. At least isa lang sa kanila yung mabuhay man. Okay, so that will be 3 over 7 multiplied by ano yung kasalungat or complement dito. That should be 1 over 5. That is the probability that the wife will be dead 25 years hence. Or pwede yung babae yung buhay. No? So the probability that the man will be dead at that 25 years hence is kasalungat dito or complement. That is 4 over 7. And the probability that the wife will be alive is that one, 4 over 5. Or pwedeng buhay silang dalawa. Ito yung mas maganda, no? Happy together. So, buhay yung dalawa. 3 over 7 plus multiplied by 4 over 5. And as you can see, nag-add tayo dito because this is one event, or pwedeng ito yung event natin, or pwedeng ito yung event, kaya add yan. Okay? And that is 31 over 35. Or actually guys, you can use the complement technique. Okay, so pwedeng ganito yung gawin natin. Di ba? Ang hinahanap dito, at least isa lang sa kanila yung mabuhay. What if gawin ko, kukunin natin yung probability na patay silang dalawa. Ano yung probability na patay silang dalawa? That is 4 over 7. Okay? Multiplied by 1 over 5. Ito yung probability na patay silang dalawa. That is 4 over 35. Okay, so pwede natin gawin to. The total probability, 1, di ba? 100% yung probability. I-minus natin dito. Yung complement nila o yung kasalungat is yun yung probability na at least isang tao lang yung mabubuhay sa kanila. That is 31 over 35. Okay, I hope you get this. Okay, so problem 18. Find the probability that in 5 tosses on a fair die, a 3 will appear twice. Probability that in 5 tosses on a fair die, a 3 will appear twice. Okay, so a 3 will appear twice. So let me define this one. The probability of getting 3 on a fair dice, that is of course, we have 1 out of 6. Correct. Now, the probability of getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 is 5 over 6. Okay, walang 3 dito. Kumbaga, yung kasalungat or yung complement dito. Walang problema kahit saan sa kanila. Kasi yung 3 lang yung kinu-consider natin or nakafocus tayo sa 3. That means, in 5 tosses, take note we are to toss 5 times that one. Dapat 3 will appear twice lang. Dalawang 3 lang yung mag-a-appear. Okay, so ganito yan. Let me say these are the sample spaces natin. Ito yung 5 tosses. So this one, we should get 3. Okay, dalawang 3 lang yung makukuha natin. This 3, either sa kanila, 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6 yung makukuha natin. So what is the probability of getting the 3? Of course, we have this one, 1, 6, and 1, 6. What are the probability of getting 1, 2, 4, 5, or 6? We have 5, 6 all here dito. So, the probability dito sa lahat, i-multiply lang natin yan. That one. So, 1, 6 squared, of course, no? Dalawa yan. Multiplied by 5, 6. Raised to 3. Tatlo yan. But take note, guys, hindi nakaspecify na dapat yung 3 is nasa unahan talaga. Okay? Nasa ganitong position. Take note, pwedeng magkaiba. Pwedeng mauna yung 1, 6, then the second one, 5, 6. Matransfer ba? Kumbaga. Okay? Hindi naka-specify dyan. Therefore, we will account the number of arrangement. Pwedeng kunin natin yung number of arrangement nila. Okay, so we just have to multiply that arrangement dito. Okay, I hope you understand that one. So multiply that arrangement. Actually, that is just the same yung sa counting principle natin. 5 sila lahat. So 5 factorial, i-divide natin yung number of redundancy. Okay, 2 factorial times 3 factorial. That one, 2 factorial times 3 factorial. And if you remember, this is just the combination formula. We can just simply say that is 5C2. Okay? Or the same yan, 5C3. The same lang yung lalabas dyan. Okay? I hope you understand this one. This is actually the binomial probability. Okay? We are considering 2 groups. Okay? This is the group for 3 and this is the group for 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Binomial meaning dalawa. Dalawang group yung kinoconsider natin. Okay? So, ito yung technique. Dito, at least, gagawin mo yung sample space para hindi ka malito. For the beginners, no? Gagawin mo yung sample space. Kumbaga, in this case, 5 tosses. So, our sample space dapat 5. Then, kukuha tayo ng twice or 3, dalawa lang. So, dalawang 3 dito. Then, you should identify their probabilities. No? Then, ilagay mo dyan. Then, i-multiply mo lang lahat. Then, out of 5, choose ka lang to. Okay? Para hindi ka malito. 5C2. Okay? But generally, ito talaga yung mas maganda. Ito yon. Kasi, kahit ilang groups yan, pwede. Okay? Multinomial probability. This one is binomial, meaning dalawang group yung kinoconsider lang natin. Kaya, ito yon. But actually, binomial probability lang yung mga lumalabas sa board exam. Okay? Binomial probability lang yung mga lumalabas. Kaya, mas mabuting i-master nyo to. And that is the answer. Okay, problem 18. According to statistics, 30% of smokers want to quit smoking. In a random of 12 smokers, okay, what is the probability that the number of who want to quit smoking is exactly 6? Okay, so ano yung technique? I will just define the probability. Okay, the probability that a man will want to quit smoking, let me denote this one as QS, is 0.3, 30%. Huh? And the probability that the man wants to continue smoking, let me denote this one as CS na lang. Okay, of course, kabaliktaran nito. That should be 0.7. Okay, so we have 12 smokers and a random 12 smokers. This is our sample space. Yung 6 sa kanila want to quit smoking. Okay, as what the problem state. Yung 6 sa kanila want to quit smoking. Of course, yung 6 dito, yung sobra, don't want to quit smoking. Now, the probability here for QS corresponding, that is 0.3, no? The probability who wants to quit smoking is 0.3. Of course, dito is 0.7. Okay, so the probability is their arrangement. Okay, take note, i-account natin yung arrangement sa kanila. So, they are all 12 factorial divided by the redundancy, 6 factorial over 6 factorial pa rin. Then, i-multiply yan lahat. That 0.3 raised to 6 and that is 0.7 raised to 6 and that is the answer. Or again, you can just use the binomial probability dito. Okay, that one, as what I have said kanina, I will suggest you to master the binomial probability na lang. Okay, so this one is just simply 12C 6. No, the same lang yan. Again, pwedeng ito na lang yung gagawin mo. Okay, para hindi kayo ma-overwhelm ba. Okay, kasi ito lang naman talaga yung lumalabas sa board exam. Multiplied by 0.3 raised to 6 times 0.7. raised to 6 pa rin. That one. Okay, the same lang yan. Okay, so another example. Find the probability that in tossing a fair coin 3 times, there will be at least one head. Okay, so as you can see, tossing a fair coin 3 times. Ito yung sample space natin. Okay, there will be appear at least one head. Okay, so take note, the probability in a coin that we can get a head, okay, that is 0.5. Kalahati lang. And of course, the same lang yan sa tail. Walang problema, the same silang dalawa. Okay, so we have 3 sample spaces. So at what this problem state, at least one head. Let me say that this is the head. Let me say that this is the tail. So the probability of getting the head is 0.5, but of course, the same lang sa kanila sa tail. Walang problema. So what is the probability of doing this one? Okay, binomial probability, di ba? 3C1. Okay, kuha ka ng isa. Then, their probabilities i-multiply mo lang lahat. So that will be 0.5. Then, ito yung tail, 0.5 squared. Okay, walang problema sa kanila. Pwede nating i-diretso because the same probability man lang. I will just generalize. Gagawin ko na lang, i-separate ko. This is for the head. This is for the tail. Raised to 2. Now, the problem says that it is at least one head. Pwedeng dalawang head. Correct. Pwedeng dalawa. So, this is another possible event. So, i-add natin yan. So, out of 3, pili ka ng dalawa, 3C2. Okay? Then, this represents for the head. So, 0.5 squared, dalawang head yan. Then, 0.5 of the tail. Again, at least yan, pwedeng tatlo. Tatlong head. Okay? So, the probability of getting that one, that is 3 out, choose ka ng 3 out of 3, then 0.5, puros na siya head tanan. Wala na siyang tail. Okay? So, as you can see here, ang yung nagbabago, we can just simplify that one into this binomial formula. Okay? The summation of NCR, the probability of one group, okay, so that is one group, and the probability of its complement. Okay? Yung kabaliktaran sa kanila. Then, as you can see, this one, our R will represent the exponent dito sa P natin. Okay? So, that's why the 1, NCR raised to R. Then, dito naman, the number of, or the exponent here is just the total N, our N minus R. Now, as you can see, I hope you can get this one. So, as you can see dito, if 2 dito, 2 rin dito. Okay? So, dito, yung exponent natin, 3 minus 2, kaya 1 yan. Okay? If 3 dito, 3 din dito. So, dito sa kabila, 0 na. Okay? You can use this one using that formula. Okay, so, actually, the same lang yan, no? So, that should be the summation. So, ang summation is nandito yan. 2, summation of NCR, our N here is 3. Okay, just follow that one. Combination, our R is variable. Of course, gawin natin yung X. Ito yung default dyan. Okay, multiplied by the probability of head that is 0.5, no? Raised to R. So, ang R is naka-variable. That one. Then, multiplied by the probability of the tail, 0.5, raised to N minus R. Our N, of course, is 3. Then, minus R. Okay? And our limit is from 1 until 3. Okay? Hindi pwedeng wala tayong makuhang head from 1 until 3. And that is 7/8. Okay, 0.875. Okay, I hope you understand this one. This is the answer. Okay, so this is binomial probability. Okay, so this one. If the probability that the average freshman will not complete 4 years of college is 1/3. That one. Not complete. Okay? The probability that a freshman cannot complete 4 years in college. We have 1/3. Meaning, the probability that the freshman can complete is 2/3. Okay? Baliktad sa kanila. Now, what is the probability that the 4 freshmen, at least 3 will complete 4 years of college? Okay, so sample space natin is 4. Using this one, okay, diretso na tayo. Okay, so ito yung sagot. Okay? Binomial probability. So, we have 4 freshmen. So, 4 yung N natin. CR. Then, 2 out of 3. This will represent the probability na makomplete na yung college. No? Raised to R multiplied by the probability will represent not complete. Raised to 4 minus R or N minus R. And that is 16/27. Okay? Klaro? Okay, so another example. Suppose that in a certain part of the world, any 50-year-old period, the probability of a major plague is 0.39. Okay? Let me just input here. The probability of major plague is 0.39. The probability of a major famine is 0.52. Okay? And the probability of both plague and famine will happen is 0.15. Okay, I'll just denote this one as P and F. Now, the condition is, what is the probability of a famine na mangyari yung famine given that there is a plague? Okay, so we will just do this one. Given that there is a plague, actually this is a conditional probability, na? Given that there is a plague. Okay, so we will just equate the PF, ito, yung mangyayari yung dalawa, as what is stated here. What is the probability of a famine given that there is a plague? So, we are certain here that this is 0.15. Nangyari yung dalawa. Now, take note, given that there is a plague. So, ito yon 0.15, then meron tayong plague dito. That is 0.39. Multiplied by the probability na mangyari yung famine. Nasabay sila. Take note, hindi ito yon. Okay? This is the probability na individually mangyayari sila. But what the problem as here is the probability na sabay silang mangyari. Okay? So, since sinabi dito, given that there is a plague, certain tayo na may plague, so we will copy this one dito. Then, ito yung hahanapin natin. And we have this one. Okay? I hope you understand this one. This is a conditional probability. Kumbaga may condition. Okay, so, this one. At the Pine Valley Country Club, 32% of the members plays golf and are female. Okay, also 80% of the members play golf. Okay, so ito yon. Let me say that the probability of female will play golf on a Pine Valley is 30.32 or 32%. And the probability from the Pine Valley that the members will play is 80%. Okay, that will play golf. So, it is composed of either all members. Oh, may lalaki, may babae. Now, the question here, if a member of the club is selected at random, find the probability that the member is female given that the member plays golf. Okay, so take note, this one, ito yung sabay sila. No? The member is playing golf and at female rin siya. So, we can just simply say this one. The probability of female will play golf is equal to probability of member playing golf and the probability that that member is female. Okay? So, ito yon. So, by just substituting this one, that is the answer. Okay? So, medyo nakakalito but actually, madali lang siya, no? Multiplied lang or divide. You can just do or play with the choices. No? Madali lang siya pag conditional probability. Okay, ito. On the East Coast, it is known from health records that the probability of selecting an adult over 40 years of age with cancer is 0.05. Okay, the probability of selecting an adult. Let me say that one. With cancer. Selecting an adult with cancer. 0.05. The probability of diagnosing a person with cancer as having a disease is 0.78. Okay, let me say that the probability of diagnosing with cancer as having the disease. Okay, correct diagnosing. And the probability of incorrectly diagnosing a person without cancer as having a disease. Okay, so nagkamali siya. Na incorrect diagnosing, meaning kabaliktaran nito. Okay, kabaliktaran nito. Kumbaga, nagkamali siya ng pagpili. Okay, so incorrect diagnosing, let me say that D, then ano yung NC ko dito? Not having a cancer or no cancer. That is 0.06. Then the question here, find the probability that a person is diagnosed as having a cancer. So take note that the question here, the probability that a person is diagnosed as having a cancer. So walang sinabi dito na may sakit siya or walang sakit. The specific question here states that na-diagnose lang siya kahit walang cancer or merong cancer, basta na-diagnose siya. So the total probability here is this one. Okay, the probability that that person is diagnosed is this one. The probability of selecting an adult. Okay, of course pipili tayo ng adult, and the probability is that one with cancer. Then from that adult, the correct diagnosing na may sakit talaga siya is this one. Okay, that correct na may cancer talaga siya. Then of course, we have to account the probability of incorrect diagnosing. Okay? Because ang problem dito is lahat ng na-diagnose, even may cancer or wala. Okay, so this one, take note that this is incorrect diagnosing. So we need to account this one, yung kasalungat dito or complement. So let me say that is the probability of incorrect selection na lang. Okay? Without cancer siya dapat dito. No? Then, pag nag-select tayo ng incorrect dito, incorrect selecting, then i-multiply natin sa incorrect diagnosing. Incorrectly diagnosing. Kumbaga, this one, wala talaga siyang cancer. Then, na-diagnose lang. Okay? I hope you understand this one. So, multiply mo lang yan lahat. And ito yung lahat na na-diagnose, 0.096. Okay? Disregarding na may cancer siya or wala. Okay? Alam ko medyo nagkakalito ito. But anyways, I will just discuss this one. Problem 25. On the East Coast, it is known from the health records, actually the same problem lang. No, the same problem kanina. Ang nagbago dito is this one. Find the probability that a person diagnosed as having the cancer actually has the disease. Kumbaga, may cancer talaga siya. Kanina, yung pinapahanap is yung na-diagnose. Kahit merong cancer or walang cancer. Lahat ng probability may na-diagnose. Dito, yung may sakit talaga or may cancer talaga. Okay, so take note that the probability is the favorable outcome over the total outcome. So we can simply say, ito yung favorable outcome natin. Okay, this is the probability na na-select natin yung adult na may cancer. Of course, i-multiply natin sa correct diagnosing na may cancer talaga siya. Then the total possible outcome is yung kanina. Actually, yung kanina ito. Yung lahat ng na-diagnose. Okay, either may cancer or walang cancer. The same lang to kanina. Okay, so substitute that one. This one is 0.05. 0.78. Of course, this one, the same sa dito. Then this one, kabaliktaran nito is 0.95, no? Or complement, yung incorrect selection, kumbaga. Then just that one is 0.06, and we have the answer. Okay, so that's it.